What's good? I had a subscriber ask me to go live, so that's what I did. He said he was off today. He was trying to catch up on some of my videos, and he wanted me to go live since he usually misses the live. So I'm live. Granted, nobody may not show up, but I'm live. Y'all don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Got Robert Chung in here. We got Mr. Will. What's good? What's happening? So what did y'all wear today? What were y'all scents of the day? Mine is from Sensual Obsessions. I got on his mixture, their mixture of Double Aventus and Baccarat Rouge 540. Mr. Will, I'm good, man. I hope everything is good with y'all. I'm good even when things aren't good. I try not to let too many things bother me like they used to. I'm older now. I understand the world better. Dracar Noir, that's what's up. I had I think it was a 30 ml bottle of it. I actually left it in a box I gave to Matt over at Georgia Gent when we did our little trade. How the interview went? The interview went good. At least I think so. Anyway, I actually signed up for a job. They haven't messaged me or called me back yet, so I'm gonna call them tomorrow and see what the deal is, and hopefully I'll get to start Monday. I actually filled out an application also for the job I'm working at here, Georgia Pacific. I work for a contracted company that cleans and does floors for Georgia Pacific. I'm a floor tech here, but I actually want to work for the company Georgia Pacific. So if they can call me, you know what I'm saying, and get me in the door, I'm good. But I'm happy with whatever I can get into. If I can get into something better than where I was at, that's what's up. Two Steps 69. What's up, man? Don't forget to hit the like button or the thumbs up button. What is what is everybody else wearing? It's 8 people in here and only one person told me what they wore today, fragrance wise. My man said he wore a Dracar Noir. Praying for you, bro. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Today is actually a lazy day for me. Um, just pull trash. That's about it. No cleaning. Um, Tomorrow I do some cleaning and end my week. What's good, y'all? Talk to me. It's 80 y'all in here. Nobody saying nothing. I mean, this is really just a random live. I don't have anything to talk about. I was off today. Stayed home all day. My scent of the day. Okay. AR 1 minute fragrance reviews. I rock that Issey Miyake Pulse of the Night. Yeah, I haven't been able to get my hands on that one, man. I haven't found that one. But the one I wore that I reviewed earlier, that Issey Miyake is also a nice one too. It may not be as nice as Pulse of the Night, because I know Ashton from Gent Sense like that one too. What's a good gentleman scent you can recommend? It depends on what kind of money you spend. One all around, all purpose fragrance that I personally like is the one from what's his name? Zaharoff. The Zaharoff signature pour on. That's a good gentlemanly scent. I think Pulse of the Night is a good one. Obviously, L'Ennui de l'Homme is a good one. It just really depends on what kind of money you're trying to spend. You can go inexpensive, you can go expensive. Live J5, what's up, KC? Revisited Sean John Unforgivable today. Forgot how good it was. Yeah, that one really gets not a lot of hype, being that I guess it's a clone or a copy of Millesime Imperial. People say it's not one of the better ones. It smells like Millesime Imperial on the opening spray, the Sean John Unforgivable, but on the dry down, it turns kind of soapy to me, which is a little bit different. But I like it. I own it. And I also have, what's the other one? Ed Hardy, Love and Luck. Yes, that Zaharoff is fire. It definitely is. If you can get your hands on it, try it out. It's almost barbershop-ish, but it has like a modern day twist to it. And I think it's pretty nice. You get above average performance out of it. It smells great. You can't lose. Like a mid-range price type deal. Salvatore Ferragamo Uomo signature. What's up? What's going on, Alfonso? Yeah, I do have that one. I haven't tested it or worn it yet, so it didn't impress me personally enough, and so but it didn't smell bad. It doesn't also remind me of like a fragrance that's like should be worn at 3 in the morning. I don't know what the marketing was behind that, but it's pretty decent. It's not bad. Coach for Me in Platinum. Saw it a few times. Yeah, it is. Some people say that the performance on them isn't good, but then you have to factor in, body chemistry, what time of year it is they using it. I own a bottle of it. I actually have two. I got a smaller bottle. I think it's either 30 or 50 ml, and I have the big bottle. If you get with me and I get the money, or if you want to pay shipping, I can get you that Coach Platinum that I have. I think it's a 50 ml. But you gotta get with me. Hit me up some kind of way so we can exchange information. Catch my whiff. Hey man, first time catching a live. Yeah, I'm glad that you caught one of the lives I be talking about something. This is just I just did this because a subscriber asked me to, and he's usually working and he usually misses my lives. So I decided to go ahead and go live. um Fragrance Journey is in the building. What's up, man? John Martin. I went with one of the distilleries from Walmart today. That's what's up. I haven't gotten my nose on any of those yet. I don't know if I will be, but what's your favorite Versace fragrance you have in your collection? I think hands down my favorite would have to probably be Versace Pour Homme. I like Dylan Blue, but it can be polarizing if you spray on too much. Pour Homme, I think, is just right. I got compliments when I wore that one, and it works for me. Now, I did have Versace blue jeans. I do have Arrows, which is good. I have Versace Lumen, which I did not like at first. It smelled like a pissy mattress in the opening, but the dry down is nice. Turns into a nice vanilla. But Versace Pour Homme has to be my favorite. It's always great just to chat about it. Yeah. Robert says, yo, have you ever heard of Ombre? No, I haven't. Ever tried Versace Dreamer? Yes, I have Versace Dreamer. I wasn't a fan of it at first. It has grown on me. I actually smelled it the other day, and I let my friend smell it, and surprisingly, she liked it. I didn't think she was gonna like it, but it's not a bad fragrance. He gonna let that ride. Pour Homme is a great one. Yeah, I like Versace Pour Homme. I have probably 6, maybe 7 Versace fragrances, I think, and that's probably hands down my favorite. Did you get your nose on some apple brandy by? Yes. Somebody sent me some a while back in a decant, a nice size decant, and I wore it once. I think I did a review on it. You might have to go back and check out that review. And I see that Cuba Nose actually did a review, and he talked about it, and he says he's been trying to get his hand on it, but it's expensive. I love apple brandy. That stuff is great, man. It actually made me want to go underneath the tree by the liquor store where the old winos and stuff be at, playing dominoes and spades and stuff, and hang out with them. You really can smell the booze in that. I like it. What up, fam? Before, but I don't have anything from them that I know of anyway. If I do, then I didn't realize that it was from that house. The Sharp Lemon put me off the first time I wore the Dreamer Next Wang. I loved it. It happens like that sometimes. Sometimes we spray something and it's just that opening, or something in the opening, it doesn't agree with us, and that's what happens. How's the shipping on Alexandria fragrances? Will it take forever to receive it? I would like to get the 7 samples in one pack. I've never ordered anything from Alexandria, so I really couldn't tell you. Maybe somebody in the comment section probably could tell you. Most of the time, the majority of the Alexandria fragrances that I have were gifted to me, or Alexandria, they did send me one. I think they sent me 1 or 2, but I couldn't answer that question. Versace are nice, safe fragrances for the guy looking for something he can wear all spring and summer. Cali Reviews. Yes, what's up, man? That is true. The Dreamer does get some hate in the fragrance community. A lot of people don't like it. I guess because it's like lavender heavy or something. I don't know. But I like it. I didn't like it initially. I will say that again. I didn't like it when I first bought it and sprayed it. I do have a bottle of it. I have worn it in the past, but I haven't worn it as much lately. Dreamer is the truth. Killian got folks smelling like the wino. Yeah, you're right, man. You're right. It's a very strong polarizing fragrance, but that's what most of us are looking for. We're looking for fragrances that's gonna last, especially if we spending that kind of money for it. Even though I didn't pay anything for the sample that I have, when you pay that much for a Killian fragrance, you want it to perform. For any fragrance, you want it to perform. And if it's not performing, why even buy it? What is the fragrance for the night? So for some of y'all who are just tuning in, that's Trey Sense notification. He just did a video. I'm wearing Sensual Obsessions formulation. It's like a blend of Double Aventus and Baccarat Rouge 540. Now, the opening is very polarizing. It's not a bad polarizing. That sweetness, and it's airy as hell. If it gets in the air, like I'm sitting in the office right now, when I first got here, it would fill up the whole office up here. It's died down now. The opening, you do get the Aventus vibe mixed with the Baccarat Rouge 540, but Baccarat Rouge 540 takes over. That sweetness in Baccarat Rouge 540 is it's tremendous. It just took over the whole entire fragrance, and that's all I smell now is 540. But it's nice. I like it. I'm a fan of sweet fragrances, if y'all didn't know that already. So, I mean, it doesn't bother me. Any of those Vince Camuto fragrances good. The only one I had from Vince Camuto was, I think it was the one in the blue bottle. It had the blue leather wrapping around it. I can't remember the name of it, but to me, it smelled too much like Chanel Allure Homme or Allure Homme Sport. It was damn near a copy of it. Now, any of the other flankers out there, I don't know anything about. I've heard Robes 08 talk about the oud one they have. I can't remember the name of it, but he said that he liked it. It's not an offensive oud fragrance. Say it's pretty decent. I haven't seen it, so I wouldn't know. But Vince Camuto is probably a good house to dab into, but only for somebody who doesn't really care, who has a bunch of creeds and bonds and stuff like that. You're not going to want to venture off and do Vince Camuto. Somebody like me, maybe, yeah, but it is what it is. Black is Black Aqua Essence. That was one of my favorites. I got a lot of compliments when I wore that one. I think only two of their fragrances I wore, Aqua Essence and the Sport, are the two I got the most compliments. Now, I had almost all of them. So at J5, the Blue Camuto is not bad. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. To me, it just smelled like Chanel Allure Homme or Allure Homme Sport. And it was a redundant purchase because I already had Chanel Allure Homme Sport. And scent of the day, Promise. I've heard about that one. I haven't gotten my nose on it though. UK Frag Guy, what's up, man? Scent of the day, Guerlain Homme EDP. That's what's up. Guerlain or Guerlain, however you say it, they make some pretty good fragrances. I haven't got my nose on a lot of those flankers, but for the most part, I like them. Cody, what's good? Got a 1.7 Vince Camuto Homme and some other bottles I'm looking to sell if you're trying to cop for it cheap. I'm not big on Vince Camuto. they are not bad fragrances. I'm just not into them like that. I know my channel started off being about cheapies and stuff like that, but um, I'm kind of venturing off a little bit now. My taste has changed. I've said that before, and I'm not really interested in a lot of cheapies or inexpensive. I want some better quality stuff that I know, you know what I'm saying, that's going to hold value if I decide I want to sell something later on down the line. At Cali Reviews, okay, the prices look reasonable. It be $539 by where I stayed at, not $540. Gentleman's Journey has done reviews on Camuto. Yeah, there has been some reviews done on Vince Camuto. Like I said, Robes 08 has done a few, I think, Vince Camutos, some other reviewers. It's just not a house that's talked about highly. Black is Black Aqua Essence. Gent Sense said the oud is one. Yes, I did hear him say that. Most of my fragrances are sweet. The ladies love sweet fragrances. You feel me? Yes, they do. They also like the more masculine types too. I wore what was it? A Zorro Nighttime, I think it was, which was a pretty good fragrance. I wore the original Azzaro Pour Homme, the one that smells barbershopish. I got compliments with that one, so it can be said for either one. It just depends the demographic. I got more compliments when I wore like the barbershoppy and the more grown-up scents from women my age or older, and then the younger women are the ones who like the sweet stuff for the most part, from my perspective. I can't speak for everybody. I ventured into Frederick Mall and I ended up in a barn. UK frat guy, love that EDP. Texas, Alabama boy. You from Mobile? No, I'm from I don't know if you know where this is. I'm from Castleberry. Castleberry, Alabama. It's in between Bruton and Evergreen. If you know where those two cities are, if you come through Evergreen or you come through Bruton, if you gonna pass right through our damn near already the next city, whichever way you're going. So that's where I'm from, Castleberry, Alabama. From Ghislaine. That's what's up. Isn't it funny how your nose figures out what's quality and what's not? It does. That when I first started, a lot of people don't like the fact that people shop at like discount stores like Ross and Marshalls and TJ Maxx, and they hate that. And you can find some hidden gems in some of those stores. I'm not saying that you're gonna walk in there all the time and find those fragrances, but you can find some good ones in there. Like I found two Bonds, I found some Prada, I found people are finding Creed fragrances in TJ Maxx. What's the other fragrance house? I can't think of the name of it off the top of my dome right now. But you can find some good stuff in those stores, but a lot of people don't like dealing with them. So it just is what it is. But my nose, it did, like my taste did change for fragrances. I can't deny that. I'm not going to the store and looking for a Nautica Voyage or a Nautica Blue Sail now. I'm looking for the higher end hidden gems now. Better quality fragrances. Yeah, Vince Camuto is run of the mill, in my opinion. Yeah, I agree. Catch My Whiff, Azzaro Nighttime is great juice. I wouldn't say it's great personally. It's pretty good. I like it. I think I still have it. I'm not sure. Azaro Pour Homme is a classic. Yes, it is. I want the intense version though. I saw it one day, but I didn't. I couldn't get it. Azaro Pour Homme Elixir is actually pretty. I heard somebody else say that, and excuse me, I saw it a couple of times. I just wasn't able to pick it up. What is the number one store? Ross, Marshalls, TJ Maxx. Which one you rate and how you rate it? If I had to rate them, I probably would go with the one I found the most fragrances, like bonds and stuff like that. I'm gonna go with TJ Maxx at number one. Number two would probably be Marshalls. And Marshalls can be interchangeable because I think I did once find at Marshalls Invictus Aqua, but it was the newer version. It's not the old version. So TJ Maxx number one, Marshalls number two. Ross used to be up there. I don't even venture in Ross anymore because they are crap. For somebody who is just getting into the fragrance game and don't really care, then Ross is perfect. They just have the everyday average stuff, and I'm not interested in that anymore. Bell's I have, or Burke's, whichever one you have. I found some decent stuff in there. Burlington, so I will probably put Bell's, Burlington, and Ross would be last. So I think that's 5. That's how I would rank them. TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Burlington, or no, Bell's, Burlington, and then Ross. Nautica Voyage was the best frag I found at this. Yeah, Nautica Voyage is great. I like it. I just grabbed Cartier. Yeah, I found that one, and I think I found like 3 or 4 other Cartier fragrances. If you go back and watch some of my videos, like around Christmas time, I think I wore some of those, and those are some good fragrances. I didn't realize just how good they were. Cartier makes some good fragrances. Just ordered Zaharoff Pour Homme, Beautiful Juice. Yeah, behind it. So yeah, I have it. It's great. I have worn it once. So if you haven't seen my review on it, check that out. I would say TJ Maxx has the better stuff. Yeah, I say that too. Marshalls can be interchangeable to me. I have found some decent stuff in there, but not as often as I had TJ Maxx. There are some reviewers out there who would like piss themselves to hear us in a conversation talking about discount stores. There's some people out there who don't like the fact that people shop and buy fragrances at those discount stores. It's amazing to me that people care just that much to hate. El Padrino, what's up, man? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, Mr. Cheap Sense. What's going on? Ross is garbage now. Used to be cool 10 years ago. Yeah, I wouldn't go back 10 years. Maybe 2 or 3 for me. Because like I said, I found Prada Luna Rossa Sport in there for 40. I found Lacoste Blanc, the white bottle. I love that fragrance. That's one of my favorites from the house. Actually, from that particular line. Now, all the other ones, I didn't think they were that good because they all, even though they were different, like Noir and all of that, I didn't think they were that much different from the original Blanc or Blanche. They all smelled the same. They was all freshy, like summery type fragrances. Always try to get a deal on open. Rod T, what's up, man? Century 21. Saks, Last Call, Neiman Marcus, any of these stores will have some good discounts on juice. Sadly, all of the stores that you just named, they aren't in the area. Ross, TJ Maxx, and Bell's, fragrance wise, that's about it. Georgia Gent, what's up, man? Zaharoff is fire. He's working on two flankers. That's what's up. I'm ready to see what he got coming out. He really did put his all into signature pour on, and it shows. Marshalls and TJs suck right now. I can agree. The TJ Maxx I was in a couple of days ago, they didn't have Jack on the shelves, period. How is Missoni pour on to Blue Day Chanel? A lot of people say it's, to me, I didn't see it at first. People say that it's like a almost a clone or a copy of Blue Day Chanel. It does have that vibe, but it's its own entity. I got another full 100 ml that I actually was trying to sell. And then I had a smaller one that I gave my best friend around Christmas. So fall and winter fragrances better than spring and summer. I'm in Florida. The weather climate sucks here. Yeah, I actually got my bottle of Versace. What is it? What's the purple bottle of Versace? The one that smells like tobacco. Versace Man, I think the name of it is. That actually came from somebody who lives in Florida, and they wanted something that was more for summer weather, and we traded. So I understand. They act like we buying frags from Rite Aid or something. I don't particularly go to those stores to buy fragrances, but I mean, if somebody did, it's like it's not my business. I don't really care. But I don't know. I had a conversation with a young lady around just before Christmas, and she was asking about fragrances because she smelled me one day, and I turned her on to my channel, and she asked me where did I get most of my fragrances from, and I said Ross, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and she was like, "You ain't worried about it being fake? I think they be fake." And I'm like, "What makes them fake? Just because they at a discount store?" Like, I would much rather go to Belk's or Ulta, smell something that I've seen in the discount store, and then if I like it, I go back to the discount store and I buy it, versus buying it at full retail at that retail store. So I don't know. People just got a misconception about rack stores, and it's hard to get people out of that misconception. I know Miami Cuddles, he hates rack stores. He says he buys them, or whatever he bought from the rack stores, he throws them in the trash. And when you want to buy, throw them away. That's his business. But me personally, I haven't had an issue with any rack store fragrance that I bought, period. Now, yes, the quality may not be as good because there are things that you cannot buy at a rack store. You're not going to find a lot of niche or a lot of indie, but it just is what it is, man. People have their perceptions and people have their vices, and it just is what it is. Century 21 sold me a fake English Laundry Cambridge Night. I mean, come on. I got my money back. Yeah, I don't know, man. I did a video earlier about buying fakes and stuff like that, and people ripping people off, and I just don't understand it, man. And if you have any skepticism, period, about any fragrance or a person selling a fragrance, just don't buy it. It's simple as that. I don't have that issue. I don't buy them. Not from people, like I don't even trust eBay, and I know people are gonna say, "Oh, you can get insurance and you covered with eBay. I don't give a damn. I don't want to go through the hassle of having to get my money back and all of that. I'll just pass. I'll keep shopping at the rack stores and ordering online whenever I get my money back up, and I'll do it that way. I'm just not. I'm not dealing with eBay. I'm not dealing with people on Facebook. There are some reputable people out there, I know, but me personally, to keep, I deal with it at all. That's just me. Burlington in Massachusetts is okay for price and selection. Yeah, I've visited 2 Burlingtons in this area. I think in Jacksonville, Florida. Uh, they, I haven't seen anything worth really purchasing at Burlington. Maybe back a few years back when I first started, maybe a year or so ago. But recently, I haven't seen anything worth buying. It's basically what I've seen was a lot of stuff I already had and got rid of. So I bought Penguin Premium and Brooks Brothers after trying. And Brooks Brothers, some people like. I've seen a few reviewers talk about Brooks Brothers. I had it. I didn't like it. It smelled to me dated. It's like something an older man. Like I'm 42, and it really just didn't fit me. And then Penguin started out pretty good for me. I had the goldish looking bottle, and I think I had like 2 or 3 others, and they just started smelling average to me. Like I just didn't care for them anymore. Too much for that one. I'm trying to actually get rid of that one. That is, I'm sorry, y'all. I keep losing connection. That's actually section of Marshalls is actually where I found in Aqua, the 2016 version. Check the women's section no matter what. People sometimes when they get stuff in, they don't know if it doesn't say men or women's on it. They don't know, so they just stick it wherever. Or people will pick something up and go in another department and just drop something off. So yeah, always check the women's section. I wanted to ask you how your interview went. My interview went pretty good. I think so. I haven't heard anything back from anybody yet, but the lady did give me her card and said if I didn't hear from her, then to give her a call back. So I'm gonna call her tomorrow. Thanks for asking though. And your Baccarat Rouge 540 mixed with double Aventus is a banger. Even though the Baccarat Rouge 540 takes over, you do get the Aventus in the opening, but after a while, the Baccarat Rouge 540, the sweetness of it, it just takes over the rest of the fragrance throughout the duration, and that's all you get is 540. But it's still holding up. It's not as loud and projective as it was when I first sprayed it on and when I first got to work, but you know, I can still smell it clearly on my arm. Versace Man, yeah, that's the one in the purple bottle. Damn, they faking English Laundry. The price is already. Yeah, that's crazy that somebody's faking English Laundry. You can get a 100 ml bottle depending on where you're getting it from for like $15. I know online if you look up English Laundry, they still running like $70, $80, and that's crazy. But yeah, that's crazy that somebody is faking English Laundry. That's like one of the most cheapest lines out there. That's discontinued. CVS and Rite Aid have a good selection, but they are. But sometimes you can catch them when they mark stuff down. They don't come down much, but sometimes you can find a decent one in there. I don't shop at like drugstores and stuff like that, not for fragrances, but I've heard other people say that they have found some deals there. People have silly misconceptions on frags. They all legit. Yeah, I think so too. That's why I keep shopping it. I mean, everybody else can do what they want to do. They can go and buy whatever fragrance they want to buy at retail price. Me personally, if I know I can find something good at a rack store, that's where I'm going. I don't go there like I used to. I go every single day. I've dialed it back some because I know every day I go in there, not all the stores are going to have everything. Plus, you got to also realize when you're doing fragrance reviews, there are a lot of us out there, and somebody is bound to see our video and catch on to these rack stores. That's one thing me and Trey Sense talked about, is the fact that stores and people now are catching these stores when they put the stuff out. So we're missing out now. So, but it's cool. Fragrances from Rite Aid. Don't knock it, man. I mean, you'd be surprised. I mean, it's the same exact stuff that you find, you know, at a Belks or, you know, whatever. It's the same stuff. I don't know what people get so bent out of shape about shopping at certain places. It's not fake. So I don't get it. But that's just my personal opinion, man. I mean, to each his own. If you don't want to do it, then fine. There's somebody out there who is going to do it, like me. It was fake, smelled like alcohol with Nautica in it. Not even close to Cambridge Night. True House of Matriarch isn't showing up at Ross. Yeah, you're not going to find stuff like that at TJ Maxx and Ross, man. You're not. I've seen online people are finding Creed fragrances at TJ Maxx. They're finding other name brand fragrances. I can't think of the other name of the other fragrance house, but people are finding good stuff just North Carolina or South Carolina, wherever it is. And she sent me, she videoed it with me, Tom Ford fragrance. I even found a Tom Ford fragrance when I first started doing reviews at Bell's in Savannah. And that's the last place I would have thought to find a Tom Ford fragrance. Now, obviously, I didn't have the money to get it at the time. This was back when I first started doing fragrances or whatever, buying them. But let me run into one now and see what happened. I found clone of Yves Saint Laurent L'Homme at Walgreens. Yeah, I'm not talking about clones. I'm talking about actual fragrances. I'm not talking about that inspired by stuff and, you know, whatever. I'm talking about real fragrances. Like, they do have a section in there that sells real fragrances, like name brand stuff. I'm not talking about that cheap, watered down stuff or clones of stuff. I mean real fragrances. CVS and Rite Aid, stop it. I mean, it is what it is, man. eBay is legit. Just know who to buy from. Problem solved. Never had an issue. Yeah, I mean, that's just me, man. Like I said before, I have a trust issue anyway. So I choose not to deal with anybody that I don't know personally. I just can't do it. I've been scammed twice before, not with fragrances, but some other stuff. And to me, if it seems too good to be true for me, I'm just not going to deal with it. I work too hard for my money to just give it away to somebody who just going to run off or sell me something fake. Or like, I can name off one particular person right now in which I choose not to, because I don't want to start no shit all over again over a bunch of nothing. But you know, people are selling watered down fragrances. People are, you know, selling fake Creeds and all that. I just choose personally not to deal with it. That's just my personal preference, man. I mean, if y'all like it, I love it. It is what it is. The only thing I'm buying from CVS and Rite Aid is a bar of soap. I mean, that's your choice. You do what you do. Copped a 1.7 of Ultramar for 18. Mr. Burberry EDT. Yeah, I haven't seen any of those at Burlington around here, but it's possible. Sensual Obsession, thumbs up. Once it matures, it will blend better. Saw Amouage, Tom Ford at TJ's. Women though, yeah, I haven't seen Amouage, but I have seen a Tom Ford or two within my time span of doing this. Me and Matt was at Marshall's, I think it was, and we did a video, and we thought we found a Creed at Marshall's, but it actually was like a shower gel or some crap like that. It was in a white box. I found a Hermes 2 months ago. Yeah, I mean it's possible. That sometimes shit just falls through the cracks and it comes up. Um, I've seen some fragrances that I was interested in before that I didn't think I would see at Racks. Like them two Bond Number 9 fragrances that I found. I keep bringing it up, but I never thought I would see any. Everybody else has, but I never thought I would see any. And I found two in the same day, like right in front of each other. I picked them up in the video and showed them to people, and I ended up getting them. Darwin McCarthy, what's up, man? November, December, January is the best time I've seen to grab the unicorn at TJ Maxx at Marshalls. I forgot I found Pure Malt 2 weeks ago. Yeah, those regular now, because I think they got bought out, and some of the fragrances are discontinued now, and you're gonna see the last of them starting to filter through some of the discount stores. So if you see them, go ahead and get them if they're at a decent price. What does Aventus smell like? Similar to it, rough. Aventus is a pineapple-y, sometimes fruity, depending on the batch variation. It can be smoky. What does it smell like? If you've ever smelled any other cologne, like maybe Insurrection Pure 2, maybe Club de Nuit Intense Man, L'Aventure, if you smell anything like that, then that's similar to what it smells like. It's just a very, the quality of the Creed one, Aventus, is obviously going to be much, much better than all the clones that are out there. But it is expensive, and if you want Creed, buy Creed, but you're gonna pay for it. There are a lot of decent clones out there for 20 and up, but if you want Creed and you're thinking about getting some Aventus, get Aventus. Don't cheat yourself and be out here buying all these different clones like the rest of us be doing. You might as well just go ahead and get Aventus. It depends on the location. One Burlington near me always has trash. The other has, yeah, I can believe that. Do you have any scents where you don't love the scent, but you keep it because you appreciate it like a work of art? Yeah, I think I do have a few of those. I would have to be in front of my collection though to call them off. Someone bought me Tuscan leather, and I immediately saw a difference in quality to everything else I bought so far. Yes, when you start getting more quality fragrances in, your taste will change. It really does. Mine did. When you guys started sending me samples and decants of all this niche and higher end quality stuff, my taste changed drastically. I still wear some of my cheaper stuff, like when I come to work, or I'm just around the house lounging, or I fresh out the shower, I'll spray something on, but I'm not gonna spray on like my expensive or my nicer stuff. Decant. Does Aventus smell like mafia, like mafia boss would wear it? I don't know about mafia boss, but it's probably close to it. You also can get scammed on overpriced fragrances when you can go to Clone House or cheaper fragrances. Central Obsession is doing it. Yeah. If you don't test sample fragrances before you purchase a bottle, yeah, you're gonna feel like you got scammed, especially if you sit and listen to a reviewer talk about how good something is, not realizing that sometimes body chemistry and what time of year it is and stuff like that. Maybe it's something in it that you don't, a note that you don't agree with, maybe in it. Um, yeah, that's why I don't go out and buy all this expensive stuff when I had the money anyway. I didn't go out and buy a bunch of expensive price fragrances thinking that just because it costs $300-400, that means it's gonna perform and it's gonna smell good. That's not always the case. Sometimes you can go out there and spend that kind of money and be real disappointed. That's why it's always safer to sample, get decants, go to retail stores like Belks, Sephora, Ulta, Nordstrom's. Go smell it and test it, sample it, get you some samples. A lot of places give out samples, carded samples. Robes 08 talking about Mafia Boss. I'm here now. Yeah, they somebody was. I haven't smelled a whole lot when it comes to Creed Aventus. I've smelled Creed Aventus on several different occasions. I've smelled I've smelled some clones and stuff like that. And it's hard for me to explain. So I mean, if somebody else can explain it to them, I mean, go ahead. But it's hard for me to explain. I just can throw out other fragrances that smell similar to it. Striving to be set apart. Facts. Have you heard? Yeah, I saw that video earlier today. Ashton did, and he said that he likes that version, the Pomme Parfum version of Club de Nuit Intense Man, better than the original. And he actually made me want to get my nose on it. Got closer to each other, so it's not like if you get rid of the original, the special edition one was going to take its place. He said the only difference was in the dry down. It smelled more refined and a lot better, but the dry down, they smelled identical. So, you know, for people wanting to run out and go buy the special edition version, it's not necessary. Now, I do want to get my hands on Milestone because I've been hearing mixed reviews about it. The initial first few reviews, I think Martin Martinez talked about it, and he said he didn't like it. Ashton from Gent Sense liked it, and Miami Cuddle said he liked it, but it's not the best he smelled. And another viewer talked about it. I can't remember who it was, but they said they liked it. So I kind of get my hands on it. I bought 1 million a couple years ago because it was so hyped and can't stand it. It stinks in my opinion. Yeah, some people aren't going to like 1 million. I didn't like 1 million when I first smelled it either. And then I ended up with I think it was a 50 ml of it. It was like a partial. And I wore it once, and I'm not really too fond of it, but I do have a 100 ml bottle of it now because I gave the partial to somebody. So, but it's not my favorite from the line. I think my favorite from the line is Privé. Did you try Pegasus from Parfums de Marly? It's a negative reaction getter. Old stuff from the basement. I didn't like Pegasus. I had Armaf Craze, which is a clone of it. I didn't even like that, to be honest with you. I wore it. It wasn't as polarizing as everybody said it was. I actually did like 8 or 9 sprays of it, and it didn't overpower me. I wore it to work. Nobody said anything bad about it. Nobody gave me any compliments. I just didn't like it. And I actually sold mine. I think I did. But I'm not a fan of Pegasus at all. I want to try 1 million Lucky, but I prefer Privé over the original too. Yeah, I had 1 million Lucky also, and the reason why I got rid of Lucky was because, which was stupid, because I actually am partially a collector, but to round out the line, I should have kept it. But I have Azzaro Wanted, and to me, those are in the same ballpark as far as scent wise. I think Wanted is not as sweet as Lucky. which is why I like Wanted better. If you have Bulgari Man, Man in Black, or Orient. I have Bulgari Man, I have Man in Black, and I have one other one. I can't think of the name of the other one that I have. Man in Black to me is the better one. I haven't seen the Orient. Ashton from Gent Sense says that one, the Orient one, is better. I haven't gotten my nose on it, but Man in Black to me is much better. I got 8+ out of it, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. The scent is more mature, more masculine to me. I like it. The Bulgari Man, I think that's the one in the silver bottle with the maybe cactus or something that's in it that's off-putting to me. I actually got rid of it, and then somebody sent me one as a gift. So I guess it's meant for me to have it. Bulgari Man, when I had it on, I got maybe 5.5 hours longevity out of it. Man in Black, I got 8+. I can't think of the other one I have. Nothing to me good about Pegasus but the pretty bottle. Does Sauvage smell like a Ventus? And does it? No, it doesn't. Sauvage is a totally different entity from a Ventus. A Ventus is more sweet and smoky depending on the batch variation. Sauvage is sharp and ambroxan and stuff like that. It's totally different. Black Orient is my favorite. Yeah, I haven't smelled that one. I wish I could get my nose on it though. Yeah, I have Bulgari Man Extreme. That's the one, Bulgari Man Extreme, that I have. That's the one that has, I think it's got like a cactus note or something in it. It's off-putting as hell to me, and it gives me a headache every time I try to wear it. So it's just looking pretty on my damn shelf. What's Bulgari Marine like? Bulgari Aquamarine is, to me, a great fragrance. It's salty. It has a little sweetness to it. I actually like that one a lot. I did a review on it. So if you really want my opinion on it, go back and watch that review. I got me and a coworker were walking through one of the units at the hospital, and 2 CNAs or 2 nurses, whatever they were, they come running out because we just walked through. And I guess they smelled my scent trail. And I was ahead of the other guy, and they ran up to him and asked which one of us were smelling the way we were smelling. And he told them it was me. And they told me anytime I wanted to come through there smelling like that, then I'm more than welcome. So go back and watch that video and you'll see. But it's a nice one. I like it. Bruno, it doesn't. You can get English Laundry London for $15. Yeah, London, I have one, but it smells more smoky than fruity. But that's the variation. I did call off a few other ones that are cheap, around 20 to 25, $30. London, I think it runs about 15, $20. So if you want to get a feel of what a Ventus is close to, you're not going to get a 100% match from any idea of what it is if you want to try that. Or get you a sample or decant, or like if you're close to a store that sells Creed fragrances, just go smell it. I know Nordstrom's, if you're next to Nordstrom's, I know they sell it. I'm not sure about any other places. I know our Belks don't sell it. Ulta doesn't sell it, not here. You will only find it maybe at like Neiman Marcus, or I know Nordstrom, maybe Saks, something like that. Roberto Cavalli have some good fragrances. Yeah, we talked about that earlier. Um, they have a few good ones. I've never smelled any, but I've heard some other reviewers talk about Roberto Cavalli. Bulgari Aqua Atlantique is my favorite from the line. Yeah, I like Atlantique. That one had a lot of hype not too long ago. I think it's discontinued, and people were buying them up, man, when they were at stores. I think I found mine at Marshall's. The one people don't really care much for is Aqua Amara. That's the one most people say smells like rotten eggs or something like that, but I don't get that. Amara smells pretty good to me. I got, you know, to each his own. I like it. Do you wear Dior Homme Intense while chilling, and how much longer? I don't wear it when I'm chilling. If I wear that one, I wear it like when I'm going out, preferably when it's cold outside. It's more of a cold weather scent than a warm weather scent. Um, when I wore mine, I got at least 10 hours out of mine, longevity wise. But that's only with 3, maybe 4 sprays. Something like that that's polarizing, I don't do more than a certain amount of sprays. I actually love that one. Amara is an orange incense to me. Yeah, a lot of people don't like Aqua Amara, and I get why. They said they get a like a fishy or like some kind of uh, rotten egg type vibe or whatever. I like it though. What's your favorite Bentley? Bentley for Men Intense. That's, I mean, I have a few other ones. I like some of the other ones I have too. They don't perform as well as Bentley for Men Intense to me. And it also is Bentley for Men Intense if you pay attention. If you have CH Men by Carolina Herrera, they smell almost identical, which is why I don't wear my CH Men as much, because I don't want to run out. That actually, I think, was gifted to me also. It's a partial bottle, and I want to keep it around. That's why I wear Bentley for Men Intense. And it's inexpensive. Handicap Visions, good evening. What's up? Bentley for Men Intense. It's kind of old meets new. Wife hates it. Yeah, not everybody is going to like everything. That's the good thing about fragrances. They're subjective. You may like it, your wife may not like it, your neighbor may like it, your pastor may not like it. So it's just how it is, man. Do you ever or own or try Dior Homme EDT? No. I think I only have 3 fragrances from Dior. I have O Extreme, I have Dior Homme Cologne, and I have Dior Homme Intense. Those are the only 3 I have. Rod T, I like it. Yeah, it's not a bad fragrance. I like it. Some people are gonna like them, some people are not. You may spray on something and you think you smell good as hell, but you go to work and somebody around you might not like it. They might think that it's not a great smelling fragrance. It's just how it is. My favorite Zara fragrance would have to be 9.0. I only have 3 Zara fragrances. Those are the only 3 that I've purchased that actually were worth anything. I have 9.0. I have Rich, Warm, and Addictive, which is good, and I have something intense. I can't think of the name of the other one. It's from the tobacco collection. Those are the only three I like. So anything else, I don't even. Top 10 for what kind of beginner you are. If you are a beginner and you're starting like high end stuff, niche, there's not a lot I can tell you about the niche world. I have a few that I haven't tested yet. I have some by Killian. I have some Manceras. I have some other stuff. Bentley Momentum Intense. Bentley for Men Intense is going to be that strong tobacco boozy type fragrance. That's for your fall and winter. You can go with Bentley Momentum, which will give you that CH Men vibe. You can go with Perry Ellis 360 Red is a good one. If you want to go for the Aqua de Gio vibe. Boys de Vetiver is a good one. By Karl Lagerfeld. You can go with let's see. If you can find some Bond fragrances for a decent price, like the two I found, like $80 something a piece, they may be okay. What is the best fragrance to smell arrogant and sexy on a date? No sweet. No sweet. You can go with Dolce and Gabbana The One, which is not really sweet. What else can you go with? Perry Ellis, I think they have one called Black. I think that's the name of it. It's not sweet. I don't know. It's kind of hard to answer questions like that without being in front of my collection. I'm not like a lot of people with extensive knowledge up here. John Varvatos EDT in a brown bottle shocked me. It's a nice old head scent. You talk about the one with the brown wicker around it. I think that's Artisan, right? If it is, I talked about that one earlier today. Baltimore big man in the building. Over the weekend, got him his Sony gift set from TJ Maxx for $20. Very happy. Yeah, I wish you would have hit me up, man, because I just told everybody I got I had 3 bottles. I got 200 ml bottles, and I had one, I think it was like a 30 or 50 ml. I think it was a 30 ml. I gave that one to my best friend. I got a whole nother 100 ml that I don't even need. I could have sold you that one for a little or nothing. Or we could have did a trade. Scent Quest. Hello, Mr. Cheap Sense. What's up? I just picked up John Varvatos Dark Rebel Rider, and it's yes, I have Dark Rebel. I'm so upset that it doesn't get cold. It didn't get cold enough here in Georgia to wear it, and I was looking forward to wearing it. Not Artisan, but I do like that as well. I think it's called Vintage. Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I think I had that one too. and I got rid of it. I wasn't a big fan of John Varvatos. Their fragrances off of my skin don't perform well. Um, and I wasn't interested in keeping them around, but slowly but surely, I kept seeing them popping up at rack stores, and they got cheaper and cheaper. And so, excuse me, I ended up purchasing some John Varvatos vintage. See, something like those questions y'all be asking me, that top 10 and all that kind of stuff. I would have to do another live session like at home in front of my collection. That way I can pick and choose things more clearly. Like trying to remember everything off the top of my head, that's not me. I ain't never been that type of dude. I can remember certain things, but not everything. So maybe one day, maybe the weekend, I'll do another live stream from the house, and we can go through my collection. What do you think versus Aqua Amara for summer date? Well, I don't have light blue intense. I just have light blue, and I don't like light blue for some reason. I have it. I don't like it. Artisan Pure smells good. It just doesn't perform well off of me. Aqua Amara, for me personally, I would lean more towards that one if you wanted to do that as a summer date. How do you like Kuros? I smelled it at a duty-free airport a couple of days ago. That stuff is mainly um I've smelled it. I don't own it. I wish I could have got it before our store closed in our mall. Um, I like Kuros. I like old school fragrances like that. Um, if I could get my hands on some, I'd get it. Um, Calvin Klein Obsession for, yeah, that's still not a great. That's not a bad fragrance. Calvin Klein Obsession for Men. That's good. What up, big homie? What's going on? Baltimore big man, I sent you an inbox on Instagram. Check it out later. All right. I know somebody, I don't know if it was you. Somebody kept sending me messages saying that they was trying to get through to me. They was a new reviewer or something, but I guess they didn't realize that I'm doing a live stream, so I'll have to hit them up too. I hope I didn't piss them off by not responding. Um, what's Dolce and Gabbana light blue intense? I haven't smelled it. I guess it's just an intense version of just the regular light blue. Did you try Dior Fahrenheit Le Parfum 2014? No. The only Fahrenheit that I've smelled or I own right now is just the original EDT of Fahrenheit. I don't all that extra stuff and the aquatic Fahrenheit and all. I don't have none of that. Mohansburg. What's good, Keith? What's up, man? Just chilling. Um, Shooting the shit. Light blue intense is more salty and marine than the original. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was somebody I sent your way, wanted to send you some samples. Oh, okay. That's what's up. I'll hit them back as soon as I get the heck out of here, which is not too long from now. It's 9:51, so I'll be clocking out here soon. My eyes look red. It look like I've been smoking, and I don't even smoke. What is Fahrenheit similar to? There is not much in the fragrance world that smells like Dior Fahrenheit. If you, I know a lot of people don't like when people say this about Fahrenheit. It smells like hetero kind of vibe. Do you think Lamal smells cheap? No, but it's been out for a while, and I do think it kind of smells a little bit dated. People still like Lamal. I'm not a big fan of it, but if you don't want to spend your money on Lamal, buy Perry Ellis 360 White, and it smells damn near identical to Lamal. So you will save yourself some money. You can find 100 ml of 360 White for like 15, $20 versus buying Lamal for 60, 70, $80. Fahrenheit is world-class juice. Yes. Making sense. What's up, bud? What's going on, man? I'm glad to see some of these other reviewers in here, man. I've been trying to put people up on the screen at my crib behind me and show love to people. Not for recognition. I'm not doing it for that. I just want to show love to the community. That's just me doing something different than everybody else. That's all. But I'm glad you're in here. Lamal terrible is better than, it's spicier. Hit the like button. Definitely hit the like button. I had to remind them when I had like 4 or 5 in here. Some similar sense compared to Fahrenheit are Ferrari, Uomo, Lalique, Amouage. I think I have that Lalique one. I didn't really get that from that, if that's the same one I have. Ferrari Uomo, I've heard that about that, but I haven't smelled that one either. Staying fresh, my friend. Appreciate that. No problem. Anytime. Brandy Schmidt. I like the Lamal, Superman, Popeye. Yeah, I haven't smelled those. I had Lamal. I got rid of it. I had Ultramall. I got rid of it. I recently picked up, well, last month, I picked up In the Navy, in which I think In the Navy to me is a better version than Ultramall. It's not as sweet. Ultramall was a little, I like sweet fragrances. Ultramall was a little bit too cloying for me. I think In the Navy is a more tamed down version, and it smells good to me. I like it. What's Coach Platinum like? You do get that pineapple. No, it does not smell like a Ventus, but you do get a pineapple vibe in it. It smells pretty good. It's not as polarizing as Coach, the original Coach for Men. The performance is average to just below average on it. If you find a way to get with me, I do have an extra Coach Platinum. If you're interested in it, we can work something out. If you want to find me, hit me up on Facebook or Instagram, or if you want my email address, just let me know and I'll get it to you. Coach Platinum is, and yeah, I agree. I mean, it smells good. I haven't worn it fully yet, but I like the scent of it. When I first smelled it at the Coach store, I fell in love with it. I didn't know that it was performance issues, but you know, what is your most complimented expensive colognes? My most expensive complimenting one. It will probably be Abatage Concepts #1. I think that's the name of it. That one cost me, online it runs you about $400 or $500. It's a Middle Eastern type fragrance. It has a high oil content. I think I paid like 150 for mine, Killian or something, but I haven't tested those yet. But if I paid out of my pocket, I would have to say Albertash Concepts. If it's the same one I have, it's not as petrol smelling as Fahrenheit. But I'm not sure if I have the same one you're talking about, that Lalique. That name sounds familiar. I do have one, but I'm not sure if that's the exact one I have. But to me, it doesn't smell close enough to Fahrenheit. Not to me. Lamal Superman is different than the OG. They are nice. Prince Blue, hello from Chile. Watching you. What's up? That's what's up. I love it when we get international people in here. It lets me know that I really do matter in the fragrance world. I sit around and I do videos, and the whole time I was oblivious to other reviewers and other people in other parts of the country. I didn't think anybody was really watching my videos like that. I didn't think I was on the radar. And when people like Rose 08, Stephen from Redolescence, Martin Martinez, in which he's not too far ahead of me, but he is ahead of me, I believe, in subs. There are some other subscribers, reviewers out there that watch. I've gotten people all the way from, Greece that chime in sometimes. So that's exciting to me. I think Coach Platinum is better than the original too. I've gotten compliments with the original. You cannot go heavy on the trigger with the original. It is very strong. I did have one young lady tell me that it was too strong. It was giving her a headache. But when it died down, she changed her tune and she was like, I smelled really good. So I still think Platinum is the better smelling fragrance. It's not the better performing one. Making sense. Insta, Twitter, book is my favorite way to communicate. That's what's up. If you want to hit me up about something, I think you were the one I was mentioning the Coach Platinum to. If you're interested, hit me up a little bit later and we'll talk about it. Always slap somebody lotion on, and I never have an issue with longevity. Yeah, I mean, moisturizing your skin is one good way. Also hydration, drinking plenty of fluids, water and stuff like that. How long did Kevin say it takes? It depends on really Kevin. If the demand for his fragrances are high, then if you order something, purchase something, as soon as he gets everything bottled up, labeled or whatever, and he can ship it, he'll ship it to you. Most of the time he'll probably tell you that something has to mature, but for the most part, if he has stuff that people are not like, if he has a time frame where people are not really buying anything and something has been sitting, it's going to come to you already matured. So that's something you would have to talk to Kevin about. If you want to order something from him and you want it to come ready to spray, then you need to let Kevin know before you buy something. Hey man, if you got something, if you want Baccarat Rouge 540, then you tell him, hey Kevin, I want to order Baccarat Rouge 540. Do you have any ready to spray? And if not, then tell him, hey, I want to order this fragrance, but if you get a batch that's ready sometime soon, then send me some. Do that. But I understand people don't want to wait. They want to get stuff. It doesn't bother me because I have so many fragrances that I can get something in or order something or whatever, and I can let it sit in the corner and wear other stuff and then come back to it later. Some people don't want to do that. They feel like, well, if I spend my money, I want to be able to wear it. And I understand that. So if you don't want to wait, if you don't want to take that chance, don't buy it. That's just being honest. I didn't know English Laundry had fakes out there. I didn't know that either until somebody said that earlier. I bought Cambridge Night from C21. I'm kind of suspicious now if this is a damn fake. Texas, Alabama. Powerful, like that barbershop fragrance that he has. It's too strong for me. I can't even spray it on to wear it. I smelled it through the atomizer, and it's just too strong for me. There is another one that I had from them that I didn't care for, and I actually gave it to a subscriber. I can't remember the name of it, but I didn't care for that one either. Now, I do have 3 or 4 others from Happy Land. Now, I don't have Paisley Sky. I wish I could get my hands on that one. And they have 1 or 2 other ones I think that I want to get my hands on, but you know, I like them. They are very strong. If you're looking for a fragrance, inexpensive, that is gonna last 8+ hours, then Happy Land Studios is one fragrance company that you need to deal with. Trust me. If you are one of those people who complain about performance, you won't have performance issues with Happy Land Studios. Did you try Cedra Boise and wear it full? I don't think I have. I've smelled it. I think I had a sample of it before you even sent one. I just couldn't remember. But I will be coming up soon. I got a lot of samples and decants and stuff that I need to go through. I just don't have the time. I have a number of bottles that are probably ready to spray, but they're natural, so I'm letting them sit for a few months anyway. Making sense. What frag can you remember spraying on? Then a little later, when out, you realized it was too strong. Do I have any like that? Bentley for Me Intense is one for sure. What's another one? It was something I wore to work one time, and somebody told me it was too strong or too much, but I can't remember what it was. A while ago. What's your top 5 in your collection? That's a question I need to answer when I'm in front of my collection, but I'll try. If I'm going off of solely compliment factor, where I know I got compliments, then I will go Bora Bora at number 1. Aquamarine, I know I got compliments with that one by Bulgari. What would be number 3? I got compliments with, what's the other one? I have to be in front of my collection. I can't remember off the top of my head. I know Albertash Concepts. I got compliments with that one. That's 3. I got compliments with I'll have to be in front of my collection. I'm gonna have to do a whole nother live stream to answer some of these questions. What fragrance do you use for relaxation at home? I don't use any fragrance for relaxation. I most of the time spray on fragrances when I get out of the shower because I have my friend over sometimes and I like to smell good. If I'm home by myself, I won't put on anything. I know Georgia Gent Matt, he likes to spray on that Ideal Cologne by Guerlain. He likes that one. But for me, I can relax just by going and sitting down. Like, that's relaxing to me. I close my door and I'm away from everybody. I don't have to do anything, and I can sit and watch I actually literally be at home and I sit and watch fragrance reviewers on YouTube on my TV. The TV screen, if y'all watch my video, how I relax. I watch reviewers talk about fragrances that everybody's talking about. I'm not thrilled about it. It doesn't matter to me one way or the other, because I've never been a fanboy of Dior like that anyway. And if it wasn't for subscribers or people like Matt or the mayor of Detroit and all of that, you know, gifting me fragrances, and other people too, but I wouldn't even have any Dior fragrances if it wasn't for them. I definitely spray alone or not. I spray just before sleeping. Ain't nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I just personally don't have to do that to relax. I can go home and take a shower and lay down and I'm out. Period. I'm old, so you know how us old people are. Our old geriatrics and stuff like that. Like it doesn't take much for me to chill out and relax. Like I said, I only wear fragrances when my friend is there, or you know, something like that. I wish I could have got the conversation I had with the housekeeper. It was like 3 or 4 of them came to my room a couple of days ago. Last week, matter of fact, it was last week Friday, to clean my room. I guess one of them was in awe of it, and she was asking me all these questions, and I wanted to record it, but I just didn't. But maybe tomorrow when they come again, you know, I'll record it. So, yeah, I crashed with ease too. I just like to smell good. Yeah, it ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You should buy essential oil diffuser that makes you relaxed. Yeah, I've seen those, but I don't need that, man. Not me personally. Do you watch frag reviews after job before sleep? Man, I watch reviews all day. Period. There's really not a lot on TV that I want to watch. I don't watch all them what is it? Housewives of this and all that extra crap that's going. I don't watch all that crap, man. So I watch what I like. I watch basketball, NBA basketball. I watch college Alabama football. And I watch my reviews, and that's it. So I watch them when I get off. I watch them before I come to work. I actually was watching, Ashton was talking about something before I left. And then when I was in my vehicle, I watched Cuba Nose talk about the Apple Brandy Killian. I watched him talk about that. Which players you like? What you mean players? I mean, what sport? I watch more frag reviews than TV myself. Yeah, I do too. NBA, NFL. NFL, I don't watch NFL football. I haven't been an NFL football fan since the old Dallas Cowboys, when Emmitt Smith and Troy Aikman and all of them was there. That's the last time I actually was a real big NFL fan. It's just too much about money and politics now, and I understand the concussion protocol and players not wanting to get hurt and all that kind of stuff, but I'm from the old school era, and I'm used to seeing people get blasted, get hit, and not be crying when somebody breathe hard on them. And you know what I'm saying? It's all about the antics of the game now. It's not about the game anymore. The NBA is turning into that too. I don't watch as much NBA basketball as I used to, especially that era when they were like doing all this super team crap where LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Bosh, and they were already a superpower team before Kevin Durant came. And then Kevin Durant actually was one of my favorite players at that particular point in time. He still is. Then he jumped to Golden State, which didn't make sense to me, but I mean, he got his rings. So I don't watch as much NBA basketball either. They don't play a lot of defense. Everybody and their grandmama want to shoot 3-pointers. Everybody and their grandmama want to be a ball handler. You don't have a big man low post game anymore. Nobody knows anything about the mid range anymore. It's not always about team sport. It's about somebody like James Harden that's wanting to like showboat and do all this extra stuff and shoot all these threes. Steph Curry, he wants to shoot from the other team's uh middle of the paint area. Like, it's just, the game is just whack to me right now. I just grew up in a different era, man, and I don't believe that a lot of these players these days could make it in the NBA back when I was growing up in the 70s, 80s, and 90s and early 2000s. There are a lot of underrated teams back then, and it's so disrespectful. People talking about LeBron James and all these guys are bigger, stronger, and faster, but you got people like LeBron James who take nights off because he feel like he got a cold, he's sick, the sniffles, and he wants to sit out. But then the next night he's at a concert on stage and he's supposed to be sick. Like, what part of the game is that, man? You got people like Kawhi Leonard, who is as good as he is, that load management now. Like, what load management? People didn't load management back in the days. You played every game. Now, if he feels like he wants to take off, he just tell them, oh, we're going to just make up the fact that I strained my groin or something and I'm going to have to sit out a couple of games. For what? You getting paid all this money to perform and you can't even perform. Not to mention all the flopping in the NBA. Yes, it's too much of that going on, man. And that Matador defense, James Harden will get exposed on the defensive end because he does not play defense. Carmelo Anthony would get exposed because he don't play defense. LeBron James has weaknesses that people don't like to talk about, but they always talk about how he passed Jordan in this, and it sickens me to my stomach when I hear people talk about Jordan and then they talk about LeBron, but don't mention Kobe. Kobe was one of the greatest killers. He had that killer mentality, something that LeBron don't have. LeBron don't have a killer mentality like Jordan and Kobe. If you compare them, the three of them guys, those guys, mental state in the game, LeBron James, yes, he's smart. He is one that's going to, market himself and make millions off of things. He's not Kobe or Jordan on the court when it comes to that killer mentality. And people overlook Kobe and now only talk about Jordan and LeBron. That's not fair to Kobe. True, I would agree. No defense, no mid-range game, especially there is no post. I missed the post. Yeah, I missed the low post game too, man. Big men down there banging. Now you got big men shooting threes and wanting to handle the ball and all that. You seen the Will Smith concussion movie? I think I did, and I understand what the movie was about. I get that. It's just now it's more about politics and money when it comes to the NFL. Why people just don't want to play the game for the love of the game. I understand you want to get paid. You feel like you the best player in the world or on a team or whatever. Get your money, yeah. But don't sacrifice the game for the foolishness, man. Impossible to compare players from different eras. I get that. But people do it all the time. They do it on TV. Jordan and LeBron don't even play the same position. So how doesn't make sense to me? Hakeem Olajuwon. Yeah. Tim Duncan wasn't a slouch either. Tim Duncan was a glass master down there. Even though I don't like the Spurs, they were boring as hell, but they were fundamental. Tim Duncan was as fundamental as it got. It's just not the same, man. I mean, it's a lot of stuff I just don't deal with these days as far as sports. I don't watch a lot of sports. But Dirk Nowitzki was one of my top favorite players, even though he was a big man. I was a shooter myself. He's one of the reasons why I worked on my shot so hard to become a shooter. Um, I like Durant. Um, it's not many players that I really. Ray Allen was one I did like. Of course, I'm a big Jordan fanboy. I love Kobe. Jordan is probably my number one on the list, though. But yeah, Spurs played defense. Yes, they did. But to me, they were one of the most boringest teams ever. Everything was fundamental for them. Yeah, they got championships. Greg Popovich is a hell of a coach. That's just not the type of basketball I liked. So, when do you go to sleep, early or late? The past week or so, I've been going late as hell. I get off at 10, and which is 10:19. I need to get out of here, but I get off at 10 from here. I'll go home. I'll sit around, fiddle fart on my phone for a while. I may watch a few reviews. So the past few nights, I've been going to sleep about 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, something like that. Usually, I would go to bed about 12:30, 1 o'clock, 1:30, something like that. So Robert Ory from Alabama was a yeah. I wasn't a big fan of Robert Ory though, even though Big Shot Bob was the man. Uh, right place, right time when it came for Robert Ory. Um, when he got them championships with the Lakers, and then he ended up going, I think, to the Spurs and got a few rings over there. Like it was just right place, right time for him. So yeah, he was okay. He just wasn't one of my favorites. All right, y'all. I'm about to get out of here. It's past time for me to go, and my friend is probably sitting in the parking lot waiting on me. I'm surprised she ain't called yet. Me too. I'll watch it from the time I wake up, from the time I go to bed. Yeah, man. All right, y'all. I'm not gonna do a live stream tonight from my house. I may do it in the morning or the weekend. Whatever time is best for y'all, let me know in the comment section before y'all leave. What time would y'all want me to do a review? I have to be here by 5 p.m. So if y'all want me to do a live from the house tomorrow sometime, or wait till the weekend, let me know and I'll do one. And then y'all can ask me some of these questions and I can point to my collection and show y'all what's my favorite, or top 5 this or top 10 that. I can do it like that. So thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all tell people, tell some other people, to tell other people about me and the channel. I need more subscribers. I'm trying to get that subscriber base pumping again. It's slowed down a little bit. I want to get the thing rolling. So, all right, y'all, I'm out. Peace.